World Team Shootout. What a match we just had ourselves there between South Africa and Scotland. Northern Ireland take on Senegal in our next match. We've got loads for you this evening. The only men's team not in action are England, so we've nabbed the star player for comms duty. I'm sure Simon gave Carl the same introduction in the last game, Shane, but lovely to have you along all the same.
I do, mate. You all right?
Very good. How much did you enjoy that last game?
Yeah,
I got the atmosphere.
I got here for the last 3 or 4 frames, and yeah, some of the atmosphere was just electric. This should be a good game.
Well, Czech Sare has been the standout player for Senegal. He had a good run in the singles in the World Championships, beat Gary Carr of Malta and got through, I think, to the last 16.
I think he lost in the last 32.
Last 32, my apologies.
But yeah, the 3 frames that he's played against us this week, he's took out the 3 of the most outrageous finishes I've ever seen.
Really?
So yeah, we knew he could be dangerous, and obviously it showed beating a player like Gary. I know Gary's been struggling a bit, but you can't take it away from him. You've still got to pot the balls. See, this is a bit of a different test playing the Destroyer.
Yeah, it's a slightly different feel, this, isn't it, for Czech. No disrespect to any of his opponents, but Declan, one of the best players in the world. He's still in the singles draw, and he will fancy taking that title down. But today it's all about the shootout. Foul called, so Decky's decision to wait is vindicated.
Yeah, it's quite a nice chance for Deck here, especially a ball in hand.
Think of all the draws that have been made for this stage of the shootout. I'd say this is probably the biggest discrepancy between favourite and underdog. Northern Ireland will be big favourites for this one, even given the format and all the craziness that can come with it. Yeah,
I mean, we've seen, obviously, this morning, we've seen the Moroccan ladies.
They were huge underdogs against France, weren't they?
A massive scalp as well, really, and they played unbelievable. It's probably the best match I've witnessed, to be fair, for atmosphere, and you know they really stepped up and brought their A games, and it just shows that they could be a force. So I'm not sure how they're doing table-wise in the team event.
That was what made it all the more remarkable, to be honest, Shane. There was the team event, as we see Decky dish these up. This is done. This will be 1-0 Northern Ireland. But in the team event for the women, Morocco have had 2 victories out of 12.
Oh, wow.
Second bottom in the table. France are second. They've pretty much got an identical record to England. They've been one of the star teams. And Morocco rocked up in the shootout, played like that and beat them 6-0. See you later. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I would not like to play in this event, but I really enjoy watching it.
Not in this room, anyway. It's pretty warm in there.
Nearly a golden duck there for Senegal. Scratch off the break, brings Gary Clark to the table.
I wonder if they know about the golden breaks and the golden ducks.
Well, Cello Dick didn't.
That's what I mean. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Obviously, he's potted the 8 off the break, and he's looking for the 8 to be respotted, and then he realised and went mental.
Yeah, I think went mental is probably the understatement of the century. That is one of the great celebrations I think I've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm glad he came back this year, because obviously we've seen him last year, and he was just as lively as he is this year.
He's the sort of character that really makes these sort of fortnights away really special, isn't he?
Yeah, I mean he's a great person to have in the arena as well. I mean, during all the team games, he's in there and he's interacting with other teams as well, cheering other teams on. I mean, you've seen it the last match. He's cheering on Senegal, and I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if he'd be out in the arena in a minute. Yeah,
he's probably just taking a breather after the big win. But yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all to see the South Africans back out here, because Senegal were in their corner in a big way in that match. But it's worth pointing out, he's a super respectful and humble guy. When you actually get a conversation with him rather than the character, if you like.
Yeah.
You could see there he absolutely didn't want to do the interview.
No,
that's the least I've ever heard him talk.
Yeah, exactly.
Now, when does Gary play this one at the rail? Is it now?
Yeah, he's playing it now. Yeah, he's just got to drop it in. I'm guessing the yellow goes past the red into the... Always miss that.
Yeah, stays up. refreshing to see those stay up, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, there's been a few howlers go in, but yeah, it's nice to see them stay up, especially when you miss them by that much. I mean, to be fair, he's got closer than he should have from where he hit.
So Senegal to the table, and a half decent chance on reds here. Well, not anymore.
No,
Not
this
anymore.
frame's done.
Disappointing for Mbilo.
Yeah, these yellows should be gone.
Yeah, you can't really wish for a simpler layout than this.
Obviously, this will be the first time Senegal's played in this event. 'Cause obviously, they weren't here last year, were they?
No, they weren't. I mean, to be honest, it's just fabulous to have more nations in the team event. I think it really adds a lot to the event when you have different countries and
Yeah,
everyone gets to play each other. The league table is what it is at the end of the event, but the more countries, the merrier for me.
Well, I can't remember there ever being.
Oh, Gary.
Wow.
Well, he's got away with it because I don't think he's left much.
Well, you can play the red that's on the left-hand side rail and just take the white up to the top of the table. Just get the good white, get the red out.
Puff the cheeks from Gary Clark. That was a bit of a howler for his standards.
I think he might have left that.
I think he has.
Gary beef. Absolutely.
Well, Gary Clark is not settled. Neither player has really in this frame, but
this is where he could have done with having that ball off the rail.
yeah. It's just whether he could get through to it, but he was certainly close.
I'm pretty sure he could have.
Yeah. Again, Senegal prepared to wait their turn. They won't mind leaving that one over the hole, as long as he's not left this yellow through.
Might be just a tiny swerve. Yeah.
Oh, he did leave it. And Gary will get out of dodge.
Yeah, he'd be happy with that one.
Shake of hands for Gary Clark, and he'll be delighted to get out of that arena.
Feels a bit sarcastic, that one.
Yeah.
I think he was in Malta in the European team. Because obviously a lot of the Northern Irish lads didn't really go. But I know James was in the side along with Dylan. So yeah, we all know he could play.
That's a sledgehammer of a break as well.
Yeah. The only thing that stops him getting this finish is the nerves, maybe. Obviously, like you said, he hasn't really played much team pool this week, and probably not anything on this table. So.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that actually. You've obviously played a little bit out here, and you've played a lot out there. Is this table playing particularly different?
Yeah, it's a lot quicker. Yeah, it's a lot quicker. Reacts a bit different, slides a little bit more. Obviously, it's a bit warmer in that room as well, so obviously that's what makes it that extra few rolls quicker.
Have they got the aircon sorted for you in the main hall today, at least?
I think it's actually gone again. from what Ronan was telling me, I think I was just chatting to Ronan Fay, and he said that he was in there just now playing, and yeah, it wasn't on. So I don't know what's going on. I hope it's ready in the morning.
Yeah, it's been borderline chilly in there all week, hasn't it?
It's been really nice, obviously coming from outside where it's 39, 40 degrees maybe, to a nice chilled room. It's been lovely.
I just glanced off the near knuckle, but James is in business here.
Solid finish.
Yeah, solid enough. 3-0 in the blink of an eye. It's never a comfy environment playing in the shootout, is it?
No, and like you said before, it's a format where anything is possible. Like you said, we've seen Morocco take out a good French side. And if we're honest, you should really say Scotland kind of a favourite against South Africa as well. So anything can happen. But yeah, it is nice to just have an evening off.
Yeah, I was going to say, you've not had one of those yet.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been nice just to go back, get changed and come in. I think it's the first time I've been here in normal clothes all week.
Yeah, I didn't recognise you when you walked through the door.
That's what I mean, yeah.
So Ronan at the table, and that's been a bit symptomatic for Ronan in the last sort of 24 hours, must say. We saw him in action yesterday in the first televised round of the singles, and was beaten pretty comfortably in the end by Harjeet Singh. And saw a few people on the old socials questioning whether that was a shock and whether it was an upset and all the rest of it.
Well,
I don't think that's a slight on Harjeet. I think it was
it's
more
definitely not a shock. I know Harjeet really well. We grew up together in Bristol, and he is one of he's probably India's best player, and he's very, very good. He had a good run in Killarney last year. I think he made a quarter final. I think. So yeah, it's no shock.
But it is a shock to see Ronan go out in the first round that he played,
yeah,
regardless of who he plays.
There's been a few a few big players get beat early doors this week.
Well, of course, none bigger than Tom Cousins going out to Clacky.
Exactly. There's only a few of the big names, let's say, left. Maybe 4.
Yeah, there's a few. I think what's incredible about the singles is just how wide open one of the sides of the draws has just become.
Yeah, the bottom half of the draw is as open as I've ever known.
Yeah, crazy. I think every seed's gone, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I was looking at that bottom half last night thinking, Jesus, like, that was my half.
Well, I didn't want to say, but yeah,
know,
absolutely.
Yeah.
But it was your half, it was Carl's half, it was Tom Cousins' half.
Yeah, I think looking at that draw, the bottom half, I think someone like Gary Clark has got a great chance.
Hitton Patel, Clayton Castaldi also in that half as well.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Hitton has got Paul Clack, obviously, who again has got a great chance, especially if he plays the way he did against Tom. I didn't actually watch it live, but someone said to me that Tom missed one ball all night and he still lost the game. So that just shows you how good Paul Clack must have been last night to take Tom out.
Yeah, it's such an incredible result. I mean, all respect to Paul Clack, really got a lot of time for him, but that really was a huge upset.
Yeah, I mean, Paul got a lot of stick a few months back. Obviously, when all the pro wild cards were getting sent out and stuff like that, and a lot of people that knew him knew that he was good enough, and I think his time in England has made him improve a hell of a lot, and he's finding results now. I mean, the Players' Championship just before this,
just felt like he needed a bit of confidence, didn't he?
Exactly. Yeah, and obviously coming from Australia, playing on different tables and different equipment, it's now he's starting to get used to it. You can see that obviously the hard work that he's putting in up in Stoke is paying off.
Yeah, I've thought whenever I've seen Clacky is the way that he plays, because he's obviously come from Australia where, you know, growing up he'd have played on very slow tables and slow conditions. He's a really punchy player.
Yeah, and you can see
you've got to be playing really well to be a punchy player on these conditions.
Exactly. Yeah. That's a good shot.
Yeah, lovely shot from Ronan.
I think the red still passes, but
yeah, Northern Ireland losing their full complement of players.
Ronan.
Well, here's a chance for Simon Dio and Senegal to get their first frame on the board here, and they can take it.
You've got the list of names and not me, because I won't be able to pronounce some of these.
He's just having a look to see if that yellow passes into the right centre. It obviously doesn't.
I think the shot is the loss of turn and send the white up behind the 3 balls. I think that's the shot, loss of turn and send the white up towards that top left-hand pocket.
Everybody's going game. I think the loss of turn's definitely the
He has
shot
to play
now.
it now. Yeah, he has to. But you could play it as two-way. You play a skill shot, and the yellow should stay there if it does miss. That's actually better that he's moved that red, because Ronan could have played the loss of turn back. So it's probably worked out for the best.
Yeah, that's a pretty good shot from Simon Dio. Running under a little bit of pressure here. Is there enough room to try and sneak it under? Yeah. I feel like a loss of turns coming again, but the important thing is for Simon here is he must hide the 8. Or is he going to try and fly into it off the yellow?
I think the angle's too. I think it goes too wide. Yeah. If he landed on the bottom rail, he could have played thin off the yellow, and potted the red, and snookered him behind the yellow. But yeah, he's in a bit of trouble here. I think he still needs to play thin off the yellow and send the white up to the top.
It's a containing shot, but you'd really back Ronan to make this. It depends how close.
Yeah, if there's a gap there, then
there was. That was a proper. It was Mark Williams there, wasn't it, on the snooker head, miles away from the cue.
yeah, that's a good shot. I think he's left the same shot though.
Yeah,
but if Ronan keeps moving this red away from the pocket, then there could be a gap there.
Yeah, that's the danger.
He's played it well.
Well, tippy tappy.
Yeah, that's better, because now obviously the yellow's over the pocket, so if he gets a chance.
Yeah, can Simon Dio go here?
I think there is a gap there.
Well, in fact, Ronan sat down. Seems to indicate to me there's a good chance here on yellows. Yeah, here we go. Spring in the step of Simon.
Oh,
no. Oh, and scratches for good measure.
These Irish boys are getting some run, aren't they?
Tell you what, how much are you looking forward to Morocco Island later on?
Yeah, I'm definitely going to be in the crowd for that one.
Were you, I think, if I remember rightly, I think I saw you in the crowd for the Morocco-India game earlier on in the week, right?
I got there because obviously we had a team game at the same time, so obviously we finished a bit earlier than everyone else, and we come in, and obviously we were going to go back to the hotel, have a bit of food.
Oh, you couldn't take your eyes off that game.
But yeah, we started watching it, and yeah, that was incredible. Obviously money matches, obviously you get a few people that had a few to drink and get a bit silly, but with this, there's a lot of respect. Everyone knows how much work and effort is put into it, and yeah, it is a bit different.
It's just pure passion as well, isn't it?
Exactly, yeah, especially when you're part of a team.
Well, Senegal first in. Right, Marcus dry on the break, and Reds are a chance here. This is Usman Bart. And Usman is in business. That's a nice little flick. This big ball here is the red at the top left of the table, and I think he can land on it here.
I think he can, yeah.
Oh, no. I think he's gone to cannon it, which, yeah, wouldn't have been the advised shot, I don't think, there. bad pot. Oh, he's digging now.
Red safe. Yeah, he's chasing this finish now.
Thing is, his yellows are pretty terrible. You just wonder how much he's prepared to almost commit to the bit, really, in this frame.
It looks like he's going all the way. Well, he's not. That's probably a good thing, to be fair.
Yeah, it's almost like the missus reined him in a little bit. But for Ryan Marcus, this could take some figuring out. You make Ryan Marcus big favourite here, but he's not going to win it quickly.
This frame could run the clock down a hell of a lot. What's there, like 20 minutes left? 17 minutes left?
Yep.
Yeah, 17.
What have you made of young Ryan Marcus?
I think he's incredible. Obviously, I've not seen an awful lot of him, but what I have seen, you can tell that he's a real deal, and he's still only young as well.
He's terrifyingly young.
Yeah. Yeah, he's actually a nice lad as well, which obviously.
Yeah. Yeah, he's quite a few of the. You'd forgive him for being so young and so good that he could have a bit of an arrogance about him, but there's nothing about him at all like that.
That Brennan chap, and he'd be alright.
I think Brennan would argue otherwise as well. He's the youngest player in this Northern Ireland team, and he's been taking plenty of stick all week.
It's all part and parcel.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when you first joined the England team, I'd imagine.
Oh, of course.
You're always the first one to get the jokes.
I'll still get them now.
It's a good shot. I think with Ryan, what was so big for him was the win over Tom Cousins at the last Pro Series event.
Yeah.
Got a really good win over Tom Cousins at a Pro Series. Was the first one to beat him in about 3 months.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like he got a bit of run and Tom played badly. Oh, that was some effort.
He's done well to get the white out there.
I can't believe he's got the cue ball all the way there. But he won it just on merit, just played better.
Yeah, he was really good.
And obviously at that age, you can have talent, but it's about finding the consistency. But he seems to have the sort of level-headedness that will serve him really well in that sense.
Yeah, I think someone said he's been practicing with Ronan quite a bit, so obviously that obviously gives him a bit of an edge on the youngsters coming in, obviously. To have someone like Ronan as your practice partner, obviously it done wonders for Decky as well. So
yeah. Yeah, this frame will take some working out. That you can be sure. Next frame on is Rab McCullough and Soleil and Diai, and well, I doubt the cues are coming out the cases anytime soon.
No, definitely not. It's like I said, this could be the match here. To be fair, especially now that red's gone there. I think Ryan needs to split a few of these yellows up.
And he can do it getting a snooker as well, which should help.
Maybe not.
Well, if he can get a cue ball in hand, he's got a few options to start to develop them. But it's not in his interest whatsoever to fly into these and try and force something. It's a good hit.
Probably get him out now. Get him out now, I think.
What are you looking at?
Just play straight into the middle of the three.
What was in no pot? Just get him out.
Just get him out, yeah. Obviously 4-0 up. 13.5 minutes left. You could take 10 minutes off here. Easy.
Can't imagine he'd have played too many frames like this. And it's probably making him work pretty hard.
He's still got his extension. He has, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's called it here.
Let's call it.
Bit of a stretch for him. I think that was an attempt at the pot. And, well, if Senegal fancy flying at this, they can.
I think it's too thin, but he's probably going to have a go.
No, he's man not giving anything away either.
Ryan could have a go here, though.
He's got the insurance, at least, the yellow covering the 8 ball. Oh, that's part of the job done. Those 2 yellows are awkward, though. They're still really awkward.
Yeah, this is where I think he should have got the balls out early on. He's hit that nice.
Sorry?
He's hit that really nice.
Yeah. I'm surprised to see him take that yellow away, though. He's obviously going for this.
I think he's going into him here. He's loading up. Oh, too much. So I mean about the reaction to this table, where you get into the cue ball a bit too much. You think you have to just come a bit higher on the cue ball. Not a lot, just maybe half a tip.
Not one of your tips.
No, to be honest,
half one of your tips, you'll miss the ball.
I've just took mine off, to be fair. I think it was a bit too hard. So I've just ripped it off, put a new one on. Start fresh tomorrow.
If you're ever at an event and you need a tip change, and Shane Thompson is your man, folks.
Oh, God, I've done about 15, I think, since I've been here. And about 6 of them have been for Carl Sutton. Honestly. And one of the young Irish lads asked me for one. So I'd done that on the second night, I think it was. And then all of a sudden, all the Irish lads would come, oh, I need a tip. So
did you get a tip after you put the tip on?
I could have. Well, yeah, I did. Yeah, I could have made a fortune. To be fair, I set up a little table, pay for me trip. Senegal have got to do something here because the time is running out.
Well, Ryan's got the angle to go into these 2 yellows here, if he wants. I think if he was a little bit off the cushion, he'd already played it by now.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, Ryan knows all about the shot clocks and stuff, so he'll know exactly what to be doing.
I still don't think he's had loads and loads of experience of it, though. Still relatively fresh to it.
I think he's had enough to know when to go and when to, waste a bit of time.
Oh, we are now on the 15-second shot clock after this shot.
But if I was on Ryan's team and I was about to come out and play, I'd rather him get over and done with just so you can get a bit of table time.
Ball in hand then for Ryan Marcus. It's still not an easy finish.
No, he won't go not now that yellow's on top of the 8.
15-second shot clock, got to play. He's actually played quite a good shot there.
He's going to get some stick for that. Them boys are going to get into him later on.
They actually look excited at the prospect.
Yeah. Oh, they already know, yeah.
It's always the transition shot that catches you out, always. And he's played a 15-minute frame here on 30 seconds, and all of a sudden he's got 15.
Oh, wow, what's going on here?
Well, I don't think this is going to be a terrible result.
I think he might be okay. Depends.
Right, you have 15 minutes.
Well, Ryan's got to play a shot. If he makes the ball here, it's pretty much frame ball.
128. You can still enter the play, but you've got 15 minutes.
Oh, I tell you what, Senegal. He's had a bit of a nudge there, getting the right over to the left side of the table. But this still goes for Usman.
Yeah, I think the time's gone for this now, to be fair. If there was 12, 30 minutes left, I think, yeah, there's a chance, but... Long double? No.
Looks like Ryan Marcus will indeed get away with it. When we spoke to Decky and Ronan earlier on in the week, we did a fun little teammates feature.
I did see that, yeah.
With them. funniest teammate, and both of them instantly said Ryan Marcus.
But is that funny in him cracking jokes, or is that just funny in
No.
it as in exactly them taking the mick out of him and laughing at it? Yeah.
Yeah, he's the innocence of youth has been quite funny, I think, for them.
It's a good shot.
Yeah, super player, isn't he? And when he takes shots on like that, just shows his quality. And eventually, a mammoth frame ends with Ryan Marcus getting the win. Right smile from the young man.
He knows what's coming. That's what it is.
Look at Tekken Ronan. Crunching break.
Do you know he's actually friends with El Hajjouf?
Really?
Yeah. I was chatting to the car about it, and the last time we seen him, I think was... Oh, it was the last time we came here a couple of years ago for a Nations Cup event, and they were here, and yeah, he was telling us that he's really good mates with him.
Let's have El Hajjouf and Soleil Ndiaye as a wild card Pairs Cup team.
There you go. Sorted. My group, please. You can take us out for dinner.
I've been really impressed with Rab this week.
Yeah, solid player. I'm surprised he hasn't been in this side before, to be fair.
What we've noticed with Rab is, for me at least, I think his game's been elevated in the jersey of his country. It happens to quite a lot of players, and he's been so good all week for Northern Ireland.
Yeah, he's a solid player.
Good fit for Team Pool, isn't he?
Yeah, very good. Yeah. I think he's had a few good runs on the Challenger as well.
Yeah, been to a final, and that's a super reverse clearance from Rab McCullough. It'll bring Dylan Leary out to the table as Soleil Ndiaye goes back in the shed. Now Dylan makes the ball and gets a pretty good chance here.
Yeah, these yellows are gone. I'm calling it now.
Another player who's going very well this week, not just in the team event, but he's also cracking along in the singles too.
I think I've cursed him because he's landed on top of this.
Really took me a second to process that.
Yeah,
That was
I
like
think
a
it
world
it
rule shot. He's
ball, I
touching
think.
ball, yeah.
Yeah.
It really took me a minute there.
Don't say them words again, please.
Yeah. Tough shot to get going on Reds.
Yeah, it's a tough opener. Dylan actually played a good shot there, to be fair.
Dylan has got plenty of experience on the 15 seconds a shot.
Yeah, 6 red shootout expert as well now, isn't he?
Don't think he'd say that.
Fast Eddie.
That was the...
Oh.
Well, there you go. It's an example of these pockets not playing too generous. It's not accepting anything it shouldn't, and it's been honestly refreshing to watch this week. I think he was telling me before a few days ago, I was just chatting to him about that 6 red he had with Batman, and he was saying up until that point, I think he'd lost 7 in a row.
Really?
Yeah.
Even mine ain't that bad.
Yeah, I was going to say, it could be worse. But yeah, it was one of those, I think, you lose that many in a row, you can start to really dread it.
Yeah.
So I think he was very pleased to get one over the line, teaming with the Batman the other night. His teammates already knew that one. Has he landed? Go on, Dylan. End it in style. Not to be. Yeah, all smiles for Dylan as there's no match pressure on this one at 6-0 up with 3 minutes to go, but a chance nevertheless.
Yeah,
for
it's a
Adama
nice,
Diouf.
nice position to be in, to be fair. 6-0 up and not care in the world.
Would be nice for Senegal to get themselves a frame hit. Great pot.
That's a good shot.
That's a brilliant shot, that. Not the easiest finish this on 15 seconds a shot, because every pot needs a bit of care and attention.
Yeah, and then obviously they've never played on a 15-second shot clock either, so...
I think plenty of them wouldn't have ever played on 30, let alone 15.
Yeah, any sort of shot clock, yeah.
Good shot, wants it to sit. Yeah, very good, well done.
Oh, he's the wrong side. He might still be okay, but he is the wrong side.
Can you just die it in and clip it across?
I think he's going to screw it off.
All right, 2-minute warning, and Adama Diouf to get the first frame on the board for Senegal.
I hope they erupt if this goes in.
Puff of the cheeks from Adama. In it goes. Punch of the chest. You can see that means a lot to the Senegalese. Pretty good break that from Czech. Very good break, in fact. And he's got a chance. Can he finish with a flourish here for Senegal? Still got loads to come for you this evening. Don't forget, obviously, Belgium, Wales next. Ireland, Morocco, I would slate as a not miss match. And then we've got Australia, Mauritius, India, Malta. That should be a belter. That's my sleeper tie of the round, India, Malta. And then Reunion Island against France to close out this evening. And our final lineups will be set.
Playing with some speed here.
Oh, that one was just the shot that needed a bit of care and attention. Ronan Faye's going to race around the table. He wants his frame win. He's got 48 seconds to play with here. Miss comes in and he ties up it at the frame horribly. He hits the gap. So, check Sarri. Can you get the frame on the board? You got 18 seconds.
Oh, he's not too bad. As long as he can pop this and send the white up and down. Straight line.
Might not have the time, that's the only problem.
I think he's there.
5 seconds. He won't quite get the time to make it. That will close out the match. Full time, and it is Northern Ireland who get the victory. 6-1 against Senegal. The favourites fairly comfortably through in the end. Good performance from Northern Ireland, pretty much faultless, really. Big story in that match was the huge tactical frame, which Ryan Marcus really had to work very, very hard to get his frame win.